unhindered in any way, shape, or form. Next. Okay, so our mission is empowering the public to reduce the risk of chronic and infectious diseases through the most powerful nutritional technologies. Okay, so that's how we get to the world. There's a global epidemic worldwide just on chronic disease alone. You compound that with what's going on with the pandemics of infectious disease, you got literally billions of people who are looking to reduce the risk factors associated with those conditions. We're also empowering the disease research community. Hey, listen, these are people that are looking for a better way. They're looking for solutions that they can integrate, into the modern healthcare environment, and providing them with the best integrative health technologies allows them to achieve best patient outcomes, which is what they're looking for. We're also, as a goal, trying to empower the healthcare coverage industry. I mean, in every country, somebody has to pay for sick care. Somebody has to pay for the devastation that is caused by chronic and infectious disease. Somebody has to pay for the strategy of medicating poor health versus investing in wellness. So we want to empower those people by partnering with them, and providing them with the best proactive wellness strategies so that they can see a better way to transform their industries from just covering the cost of sickness to a much better dollar spent, which is investing in health. And finally, we're going to use the social business platform to meet the needs of the world's most vulnerable children. That's what social business, in our case, is all about. Next. You're going to hear the term social business 3.0. It actually came from this book written by the most prolific writer in social business, social entrepreneurship. His name is David Bornstein. And he talks about how entrepreneurs were leveraging the economic power of the marketplace to bring sustainable solutions to the world's biggest problems. And he talked about social business 1.0, just the recognition that entrepreneurs were willing to do this. 2.0 is when entrepreneurs linked up with major distribution partners, for more coverage, more proliferation of the market. But this is what he said in the book. The most proactive form of social business will be 3.0, which is concerned with rewarding entrepreneurs for building teams and teams of teams to facilitate the rapid circulation of solutions on a global level. So how do you get a message like ours to the marketplace? That's 3.0. Why is that important? It's important because in our country, as well as the world, global sick care is failing. So here's some statistics from the United States. Number one, 6 out of every 7 people in the U.S. suffer from chronic disease. I think around the world it's 50%. We consume in this country 50% of the total intake of pharmaceutical drugs with less than 5% of the population. And we spend 2 to 3 times more per person on healthcare than anybody else in the world. So here's the proposition. If spending money and taking drugs was the best way to deal with chronic and infectious disease, the U.S. would lead the world in health of population by a long shot. So is that philosophy, is that strategy paying off? The answer is a resounding no. In fact, in this article in the Atlantic, it says that the U.S. ranks last in the health of population and the life expectancy of the top 17 countries in the world. So we're not getting a good bang for the buck. But we do rank first in heart disease, stroke, cancer, diabetes, chronic pulmonary disorders, obesity, and diabetes. So as the quote at the bottom of the article says, is it time for a change? Is this poor showing of sickness, spending the most money, taking the most drugs, is it going to institute change? According to this gentleman, who is the CEO of Cigna, which is a global health organization, he says, we built a system that largely intervenes medically and with pharmaceuticals only once people get sick. That's too late. So what he's saying is, look, healthcare is on an unsustainable trajectory requiring a new push for transformation. We cannot afford anymore to just medicate poor health with pharmaceuticals. We have got to make a shift in our thinking. Next, Steve. In this book, Disease Proof, they basically talked about what transformation needs to look like. It said focusing on the root causes of poor health versus medicating the symptoms of chronic disorders. Incidence of all major diseases could be cut by 80% by reducing the biggest risk factors of cellular health and of a poor functioning immune system. I mean, think about that. It's a $10 trillion industry. 80%, that would change the economic landscape of the entire world. That's almost 20% of our gross national product on an international basis. Okay, so he said in the book, change or address the major risk factors of cellular health. What are they? Pretty easy, they're pretty well established. Stress. Stress, whether it's emotional, environmental, physical, all cause a condition called chronic inflammation. It's the number one cause of inflammation in the body is stress. Toxins, primarily from medications and smoking, but also there's, toxins in everything you drink and breathe in the world that we live in today. Toxins cause free radicals, which cause damage of cells, which is called oxidative stress. Poor diet is a major contributor. So much processed food in the world today, so much sugar, so much trans fat, so little healthy fiber, so little healthy fat. You eat that kind of a diet, and guys, you promote everything in that target. Oxidative stress, chronic inflammation, and what they all lead to is the bullseye, which is immune dysfunction. It's what we have witnessed for over 20 years in manna relief. You go to these developing nations of the world where these kids are struggling, and when they're exposed to poor nutrition and lots of toxicity, it actually causes a condition called immune deficiency. And when kids are immune deficient, they're susceptible to every chronic and infectious disease. And when they get sick, they just never get better. Does that sound familiar? Sounds like the rest of the world, right? People get sick with chronic disorders and they just never get better. So those are the main risk factors, and that's what we're going to address with the new technology that we develop. Next, okay. We talked a lot about chronic disease and the cost of it, $10 trillion a year. This year, we woke up to a new dilemma in our healthcare environment. It's called infectious disease, caused by viruses and bacteria. We didn't think much about viruses. I mean, yeah, people got the flu, people got herpes, chickenpox, shingles, things like that. But all of a sudden in the world, there's novel new viruses, novel new strains of viruses, like SARS, like COVID, like many others. There's others on the horizon. The challenge with these is that they're highly infectious and highly transferable. And so what happens in the world we live in, people get on an airplane and 2 months later, I mean, there's 100,000 people a day that come into LAX, in Los Angeles, into that airport. So all of a sudden, a viral infection spreads like wildfire around the world, and that's what causes the pandemics that we're seeing. Viruses are very smart little critters. They're always trying to mutate around anything that's trying to destroy them. So when a vaccine is developed for a virus, next year it doesn't work so well because the virus is mutated. And if you think viruses is bad, if you think this global pandemic we've just gone through is the worst of the worst, you better think again. Because there's a new enemy on the horizon called superbugs. These are bacteria that have become drug resistant. How did that happen? Just the overuse of antibiotics. In our medical supplies, in our agriculture, we load animals up with antibiotics. And these bad bacteria, just like the viruses, are smart, and they figured out a way to get around, to become resistant to those antibiotics. How severe is the problem? In 2019, 750,000 people in the world died of drug-resistant bacterial infections. It's a drop in the bucket to what the projection is for the next 20 years, 30 years. By 2050, they're guesstimating, if we don't find a solution, 10 million people a year will be dying just from superbugs, from these drug-resistant forms of bacteria. Here's the good news, folks, is your immune system is designed to see pathogens and actually kill them when they enter the body. Unless you have a suppressed immune system, then it doesn't do so good. So pathogens is one major contributor to poor health at the cellular level. Oxidative stress is the next. So you got all these toxins in the environment. They get in your body, they get in your cell, and they cause what are called free radicals. Oxidative stress occurs when the amount of free radical in your cell exceeds the amount of antioxidant, because antioxidants are required to neutralize those free radicals so they don't do damage. So when you got a lot of free radicals and not enough antioxidant, you start getting these multiple hits on your DNA, both in your cell and in your mitochondria. They guesstimate that when people are under oxidative stress, they get whacked about 10,000 times a day. Oxidative stress also stimulates pro-inflammatory genes in the cell to start sending out messages to the immune system, these pro-inflammatory messages. And oxidized cells, when it breaks down the DNA, cause one of two things. It's either premature death of the cell, and that's the aging process accelerated, put on steroids, or the cells become diseased. I got to tell you guys, neither one of those is a good thing, right? You're either accelerating your aging or you're getting diseased. That's what oxidative stress does at the cellular level. Next. We talked about chronic inflammation. According to Time magazine, it's the secret killer. Why? Because they consider it the root to all disease. It's the primary cause of almost all disease. It's the root cause of autoimmune disorders. What inflammation does is it inflames the cellular membrane, and that blocks the cell surface receptors from interacting with other things in the body. So for instance, it restricts the ability for nutrients to get into the cell. It restricts the ability of hormones to regulate the cell. That's why so many people are insulin resistant, because of chronic inflammation. And it tells the immune system when to turn on and turn off. So inflammation basically disrupts that turn on and turn off mechanism. So you take pathogens, you take stress, you take dietary components, you take toxic chemicals, you combine them all together, and that equals immune dysfunction. And that, folks, is the beginning of a very bad story. When you have immune dysfunction, your immune system doesn't modulate appropriately. So you have an anti-inflammatory response and it doesn't turn off. And ultimately what that leads to is autoimmunity. In other words, it diminishes the ability for your immune system to distinguish healthy cells from unhealthy cells. And so when it starts attacking healthy cells, that's called autoimmunity. It diminishes the ability to identify pathogens and kill them, or disease cells like cancer cells. Hey, this is normal physiology. This is what your body is designed to do. See a cancer cell and kill it, unless it becomes dysfunctional. And then guess what happens? The cells live, they metastasize, and one day you wake up with a clinical event. Dysfunctional immune systems attack the healthy cells in your gut, your glands, your organs, and your tissues. So that is the beginning of the end. So what we look for, what are the best nutritional components on the planet to address those issues? So we went on a global search for what we call best in class cellular health nutrition. You know, we found Alovea AE from the pristine organic aloe fields of Mexico. We found Prolane from the organic beet fields of the United States. We found Original in New Zealand. We found the base component for our lozenge also in New Zealand called Manuka honey. And each one of these is the best in class of their particular benefit to cellular health. For instance, Original is a New Zealand pine bark extract. It contains 90% of an antioxidant called a proanthocyanidin. I know that's a hard word to say, doesn't matter. It's just the most potent antioxidant in nature. I remember years ago, Steve, and I know you know this, when a product called Pignogenol came into the marketplace. It was a pine bark extract from France, maritime pine bark. And the big deal is it was the most potent antioxidant that the research community had ever seen. For instance, it's 20 times more potent than vitamin C, 50 times more potent than vitamin E for fat soluble, vitamin C for water soluble. It crosses the blood-brain barrier and protects the cells in your brain from oxidative stress. And extensive research has shown that proanthocyanidins provide advanced support for cardiovascular, brain, memory, attention, eye health, protects against premature aging. And our proprietary process makes these proanthocyanidins more soluble and increases their absorption. Next. So that's the best class. Best in class of proanthocyanidins is our product, Original. And as you can see, compared to other pine bark extracts or grape seed extracts, which is the other good source for proanthocyanidins, on a gram per gram basis, ours outperforms them all. You know, antioxidant activity comparison, that's water soluble. Look at vitamin C on the far left and look at Original. And then on the right side is fat soluble. Look at the grapeseed extracts and the other pine bark extracts. They don't even come close to what this product. So it's exclusive, it's patented, and it was donated exclusively to Alovea to make this product so that they could be a part of our global mission of saving the lives of the world's most vulnerable children. Who doesn't want to be a part of that? Next. The next dietary ingredient is called Prolane. It's a patented process that extracts a polyphenol from the beet called a betalain. And betalains coming out of beets also have to be removed from their sugar to maximize their efficacy in the body, and that's a patented process. So these betalains support healthy gut bacterial growth, digestion, and brain health. It's by itself a potent antioxidant. It is a polyphenol. You've probably heard of curcumin from turmeric and the amazing anti-inflammatory response that it provides. The problem with it is that it's not bioavailable. That's the big difference between betalains and curcumin. Betalains are highly bioavailable, which means that it effectively inhibits the inflammatory gene expression within your cell. In other words, it reduces the biomarkers of chronic inflammation. That's the best class of anti-inflammatory ingredients. The best in class is our product. How do we know that? Because research tells us that. This is the influence of betalain-rich extract reduction on discomfort associated with osteoarthritis, a published paper on our product. It reduced the biomarkers of inflammation by 47%. This is after oral intake, not in a test tube like curcumin. In other words, it's highly bioavailable, and look at what it does at the cellular level. It improves the feeling of more energy by 120%. And obviously, it improved the joint discomfort and stiffness. There is no other polyphenol that's been tested in the human body that produces those level of results. So that is the best in class. And we went to the patent holders of this technology and told them of our mission. Guess what? They were thrilled to give us the exclusive on this technology. Is this starting to sound familiar? Hey guys, this is what happens when you commit yourself to improving the quality of life of children worldwide. Everybody wants to be a part. Next. And of course, our Alovea AE with a patent or with the most potent immune optimizing aloe vera Acemannan extract. This is an extract, Acemannan, that over $100 million of research has gone into. We know that it enhances the immune response to viruses, bacteria, and aberrant cells like cancer. We know it increases stem cell production 300 to 400%. We know it has a tenfold impact on immune activation. And we know it enhances the production of glutathione, which is your body's own man-made form of antioxidant, which is very potent in the body. Now, all stabilized Acemannan does exactly what we just looked at. So what we were looking for is best in class Acemannan, and this is what we came up with. If you see on the far left, it says 1%. The majority of aloe-based products have almost no Acemannan, if any at all. In fact, a news organization called Bloomberg tested aloe products from our most popular department stores, health food stores in this country, and they were looking to see if aloe products really contained aloe. And the single most important biomarker they looked at is Acemannan. Does the product have stabilized Acemannan? If it doesn't have the true value of aloe vera. And what they found is almost none of them did. Then came along stabilized Acemannan. Then came along the ability to understand which of the fractions are actually activating the immune system. And so I licensed the first stabilized Acemannan. It had 10% Acemannan, but of that 10%, 4% fell into the category of immune modulation. So 4% per gram were these immune modulating fractions. And then we got together with Dr. Santiago Rodriguez, who developed that first generation product. And he said, now that we know the molecular weight that actually causes the immune response, we can improve on it. And so he produced our product. And look, per gram, it has 18% immune activating fractions of Acemannan versus our original technology, which had 4%. That's 4.5 times better per gram. That's why we're seeing faster, more phenomenal results quicker than ever before. Next. And finally, we wanted to put all these ingredients in a unique delivery system. We could have put it in a pill, but what we're noticing around the world is that people confuse pills with medicine and, you know, should I take 2? Should I take more? Is it going to be dangerous? I don't like to swallow pills. Kids won't swallow pills. So we were really actively pursuing the best delivery system. We had no idea that we would find something that actually made a contribution to our original goal, which is improving cellular health. That comes from honey. Hey, listen, honey is nature's most powerful antimicrobial food source. That's why you don't have to put any preservatives in honey and it will live forever, right? No bacteria can exist in honey. No fungus, no virus can live in honey. And it helps heal intestinal linings, helps prevent gingivitis and tooth decay because it's antimicrobial, helps provide relief from sore throats, blocked noses, and coughs. And we found the best of the best Manuka honey. How do we know this? Because Manuka honey, according to the research, is 20 times more powerful than non-Manuka honey at providing an antimicrobial benefit. And our proprietary powdering process provides us with a healthy antimicrobial base for Celebrate. So all those ingredients in a base of Manuka honey, it's actually a chew. And people are going to love it. I just threw this slide up. It won't be necessarily relevant to you guys from a practical standpoint, but it will give you some vision for what is going on in the world and how the healthcare community is starting to view our technology. Every place in the world, somebody has to pay for sick care, right? $10 trillion a year worth of managing chronic disease. In this country, we have private health insurance. In other words, you just pay your insurance. Or the alternative to that is called health share. So insurance is for-profit companies. Health share are not-for-profit ministries. They both do the same thing. They cover the cost of sickness. Here's the challenge with that industry. They know the path we're on is unsustainable. They know that America is not going to be able to afford to manage chronic disease with the incidence of disease rising and the cost of the management rising. So what they're starting to look for, those that are thinking outside of the box, is we better think about turning this thing around and changing the paradigm. This is the first company I've seen in the healthcare industry actually do that. It's a company called OneShare here in Dallas. We've been meeting for the last month. And they said, you know, it's unsustainable, the trajectory that we're on. I mean, we try to keep our costs lower than anybody, but it just isn't going to work. And so after I showed them the technology that is in Celebrate, they've come to the conclusion that this is the opportunity they've been waiting for to shift their paradigm. And everybody that subscribes to their monthly membership, which is like a policy for healthcare, regardless if it's an individual, a couple, or a family, they will receive free monthly bottles. A bottle is an individual or a family size for a family of this new product called Celebrate. Why? Because it is the world's best technology. Hey, these guys can't afford to waste money. They got to believe that paying for this product on a monthly basis will save them healthcare cost, disease care cost. And after looking at our data and looking at the results that we've gotten through Mana Relief, they've convinced themselves this is the way they change the paradigm. This is the way they distinguish themselves in the market. This is the technology base that can actually achieve that. I can't tell you guys how big this is. Again, it may not apply directly to you, but the third-party endorsement from the healthcare community who pays for sickness, I'm telling you, it is a big, big deal. Next. So we have these wonderful products that we revolve around Celebrate. We think everybody in the world should be taking 2 to 4 Celebrate a day. Everybody. I mean, who doesn't need better cellular health? Who doesn't need a better functioning immune system? I guarantee you 60% of the people in this country wish they had done it years ago, and the other 40% are scared to death they're going to end up in category 60 any day now. So everybody benefits from Celebrate. But if your health is already compromised, then you should consider our integrative levels of Acemannan and Betalin support. Those come in bottles called Immune and Limitless. So if someone is already at compromised health, they're not trying to protect their health, they're trying to fight back. So they should take Celebrate and Immune and Limitless. We also have a very clean energy product that are called Fix and Fuel. They're stress relief. We increase energy without providing sugar or stimulants. Just incredible technology for better energy. And for people that are struggling with hormone response in their body, we have a great product for the endocrine system that is called Balance. You know, a dietary supplement that truly does help balance your endocrine system and your hormones for hormone support. And we do have one more product that somehow I left off there by mistake called Daily. It's a whole food vitamin mineral made from whole food sources of vitamins and minerals instead of synthetics. And for people that just think I'm probably not going to commit myself to a better diet, you still need good nourishment. And it provides you a whole food source to accomplish that. So guys, we don't need a big product line. We really need one product called Celebrate to attack the world with. But these other products are so good that they just complement Celebrate. That's the offer that we're making from a product standpoint. I'll just close with this on this function. As I said in the very beginning, we're going to support consumers. We're going to support, you know, the research community. I'm going to point out 2 that we're working with right now. Right in the very center is called the Brain and Body Foundation out of Nigeria. 2 years ago, we worked with them on a project of trying to impact the quality of life of children suffering from sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell is a genetic mediated disorder. 75% of the kids that are inflicted with it, born with it, die before the age of 5. But those that live in chronic pain. It's like having shingles 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's miserable. And years ago, we tried our original formula from another company with them, and it just got marginal response, so it wasn't worth pursuing. But when we came out with our new Aloe, Dr. David Al-Jabadi said, let's try it again. And so we took about 24 patients, children, we put them on our new immune, and within weeks, 100% had statistically significant responses in chronic pain, in better quality of life, more energy, and it was just astounding. And so what Dr. Al-Jabadi did is he went to the federal government in Nigeria and said, there's nothing out there for these kids. I'd like to do a full-blown clinical trial, multi-center site trial in 4 different universities, medical schools. And this is the first time the government has ever approved a multi-site clinical trial on something other than a pharmaceutical drug. And so I'm telling you, this is big. And we're going to put 200 kids in this study. It's going to be a 6-month study, and we're going to validate quality of life impact. Now, no mistakes. We're not going to treat, cure a gene-mediated disorder. I mean, if you're born with this gene defect, you got it for life. What we are going to do is validate the quality of life impact that we make on children by turning on their immune systems. On the far left, you see an organization called Dream for the Cure. That is the cutting edge. It's a cancer research not-for-profit. It's the cutting edge of cancer research. It's called immunotherapy. And what these guys are doing is they are trying to mimic the human immune system as a new innovative way of fighting cancer. Because here's what the research community has come to the realization of. Nothing fights cancer more effectively than the human immune system. Nothing. You can't burn out cancer. You can't poison out cancer. You can't cut out cancer nearly as efficiently as the human immune system can destroy it if it's working appropriately. So an immune cell sees a cancer cell. A cancer cell expresses a structure off its surface called an antigen. Antigen is short for antibody generator. So it takes that zip code, your immune system, and sends it to a B cell. A B cell in your immune system. The B cell makes an antibody that will only attach to that structure. So it floods the system, and they're just floating around looking for these cancer cells. When it finds one, it attaches and alerts the immune system to come kill that cancer cell. Now, in a good functioning immune system, that's exactly what happens. And everybody has some level of cancer cells. Most of us will never become clinical because our immune systems work. They spot the cancer cells and they kill them. But in a lot of people today, that doesn't work very effectively because of chronic inflammation, because of oxidative stress, because of poor diet, because of all those things. And so one day they wake up with a clinical event. Now we got to treat the cancer, and we haven't done such a great job of that. Immunotherapy is the bright light at the end of the tunnel. They're already seeing fascinating results. So they take these antigens, they take a picture of it, and through computer education, they structure that antibody. Then they make the antibodies in a lab. It's called monocloning of antibodies. And they flood the system, just like the immune system would do if it was working, but it's not. And the monocloning of antibodies, again, is just an incredible breakthrough in the ability of the body to spot and kill cancer. Here's their only challenge. The immunotherapy is directly related in terms of efficacy to the functionality of the immune system. The better the immune system works, the better the immunotherapy works. So I met Dr. Renee Herty, who runs Dream for the Cure, an immunotherapist. We talked about our particular Acemannan, how significant of a scientific breakthrough we had by elevating the immune activating fractions. And she said, I want to try it. And just in a handful of patients, she called me back and she said, oh my gosh, this is incredible. She does her research at the Mayo Clinic, and she is now testing our product independently. They're also testing the monocloning of antibodies. Then they'll put the two together to see what level of synergism is created with both. Once they determine that, then we'll know how our product will play a role as an integrative health support to the most effective cancer fighting technology the world has ever seen. So that's big, guys. to be a part of immunotherapy research. You know, it's not vitamin C they're looking at. You know, it's not echinacea. It's our product, and it's incredible. Okay, so that's what we do. That's what we do better than anybody else in the world. Hey, could you put that picture just up one more time, Steve? Very last picture. I just wanted to show one more thing, and at the bottom right is one of our partners we distribute with now. It's called Operation Underground Railroad. You know, our goal is to get to the most vulnerable children in the world, and we have lots of partners around the world that help us. This is our newest. This is an incredible organization founded here in the United States that goes worldwide and rescues kids from the child sex trafficking industry. They are amazing, and the impact that they're making around the world is unprecedented. When they rescue these kids, they take them to rehabilitation centers where they go about, you know, rehabilitating their physical, their emotional, and their spiritual well-being. And these kids come out of these conditions with just absolute horrible health. And we're able to supply them product now, which is called our Hope Boost, which gives them a chance at quality of life. So we've just started teaming up with Operation Underground Railroad. We're excited that they picked us as one of their primary partners in solving this problem of child sex slavery. Okay, Steve, over to you.
Well, thanks, Sam. And I'm going to go ahead and pull up our next little slide deck. And this is our Celebrate. It's an introduction to our Celebrate product. And again, we're launching in these other countries, and we're going to get to that in a moment. But this is really kind of our focus product. This is our hero product, as we call it, in our product line right now. And so we're going to have a brochure. It's going to be available digitally. This is the US version. It'll be available digitally in the next couple days in your back office in the Alovea library. I know some of you haven't gotten started yet, and it's okay. We welcome you. We know that you're ready to get started. And we're a little less than 12 hours away from the official launch where you could be able to order the Celebrate product. So here's the first page of the brochure. Sam, you want to touch on this?
Well, it's basically just talking about who we are, what we do, why it's important to take control of your life, and what Celebrate offers in terms of a unique technology base by finding, you know, the best of class technologies for proper defense and repair of your cells.
Yeah, so here's a couple more pictures from that. And again, this lists out all of the advanced technologies that are in the Celebrate product. And then it goes to this back cover, which shows what we are, part of the Hope movement. And it talks about how you could be proactive and be part of our Buy One, Nourish Two social business rewards program. So you give that out with a couple of these chews, and it's a great way to introduce people to the product. But as we get started, we've got a couple promos, and I'm going to let Sam talk about those. These are launch promos, right, Sam?
Yeah, so tomorrow afternoon, about 12 hours from now, 12 hours, we will turn on this program. We're calling this a pre-launch. We're calling it a pre-launch because we don't have the product yet. This product is being manufactured in New Zealand, and we've had lots of struggles with the COVID issues of getting labels printed and bottles delivered, and we fell about a week behind our target goal. So we're just going to go ahead and launch tomorrow what we call a pre-launch. And the pre-launch is you can go online and for the next 28 days, you can buy 3 of these Celebrate and get 1 free. And there's 2 different sizes. There's a 56 count, which is the individual, you know, 2 a day. And there's the family size, which is 112 in a bottle. And we know that we needed to be sensitive to the currency exchange in that part of the world. And so we have made some adjustments to make it as affordable as we possibly could. Hey, listen, the goal of this thing is to make sure the whole world can get access to it in the most affordable way. We took our most expensive, unique technologies and we put them into one product for the best cellular health technology in the world. One of the good things about buying 3 large bottles is we're going to put 350 QV on it. Now, these bottles are $99 a piece, $99.99. So that's 300, but we're going to go ahead and give 350. Why? Because it takes 700 QV to become a team builder. So if you commit to buying 3 and getting 1 free, you have a partner that does the same thing that you've enrolled, you're all of a sudden a team builder. And if you help them get someone, they're a team builder. So all it takes is 700, group QV between you, your personally enrolled social business partners, and your customers. Any of those combinations get you $700. And in the comp plan, it is a huge incentive to achieve team builder in your first 28 days. So we think this pre-launch gives you the capacity to get out there and start really bringing people in, leveraging the comp plan to its hilt with team builder qualifications. And within a week or 10 days when we get the product, they'll be shipped out.
Okay, let's go ahead and play the video. Give me a moment to find the video. Yeah. Nope. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
Hey,
Well,
Steve's,
go ahead.
Steve, I was going to say, while Steve's working on that, most of you know me on this call. This Celebrate product is the best product I've ever been associated with. It has the best technology base put together that I have ever seen. It really is an all-in-one solution for cellular health and immune system support. Just incredible technologies. People will see the difference. It's a great technology. And this video will show you just a little more about the compelling story behind it.
As soon as I find it. They just updated it, so that's why I'm having a moment it's taken a moment to find it. So Sam, why don't you give a little bit of more about the Alovea story and how you got to this point, and how Australia, New Zealand, and Singapore are some of the first international expansions that we have.
Well, since I know most of the people on this call, let me go back a little with the story. When I discovered social business, I realized that the best way to fund the Manna Relief mechanism was linking it to the sales of our product. I was associated with my former company in those days, and we did a little pilot project where we donated a very small amount just to see if the field liked the idea. And our field force overwhelmingly responded to it. And so when it came time to renew my contract, I was just convinced that social business was the way that we could get to millions of children. And so I asked the board of directors if they would make a commitment to do a true buy one, give one. Every time somebody bought any product, it would donate a full 28 days supply of the same technology to children in need. And they said no, they couldn't afford that. It was too expensive. They would keep doing a small contribution, which was nice. But I decided if I'm going to try to solve the problem of childhood disease and malnutrition, I needed a much more aggressive program. So I left that company to pursue this. One of the things that came along the way was the Steve and I met with Santiago Rodriguez. He's a PhD organic chemist that was the CEO of the company in Costa Rica that made our original product called Manapo. He had left because some new science showed that there was a better way to process aloe. Once we learned the molecular weights that actually activated the immune system, he changed the whole process. He made it water soluble. He kept all the other sugars that naturally occurred, monosaccharides and the aloe vera gel, intact, which they were taken out of Manapo. That's why we put them back in our formula. And he made a product that was unique and distinct to us. And that's what our Alovea Acemannan extract is, Alovea AE. And it gave us the basis to go out into the marketplace with something unique, different, and more efficacious. I know that there's controversy on what is Acemannan and all that kind of stuff. That's coming from a company that has a 10-year-old technology and is struggling to try to find out, I think, how do they compete with us? And about the only thing that they can say is that we're smaller and they've been in business longer. That is true. But I'll tell you, the route that we are going and the recognition that we're getting, that is a short-term challenge. So when they say we don't have any science, that is so upside down, it's unbelievable. You know, I mean, not only do we have science that proves that our technology will enact the immune system, we've got actual science now coming out of Africa showing the efficacy of our products and being tested at the Mayo Clinic and places like that. I just wanted to lay that out there because I know a lot of you guys were from the old company and you've heard the rumors that, you know, we're just a worthless startup. That's okay. I can live with somebody calling me a worthless startup because I know the truth. I know where we're headed. I know what God has called us to do. And I know how he has blessed us with these incredible technologies because we've committed ourselves to the destiny they put on our lives.
Amen. Okay,
That's my
Sam,
story, and I'm sticking with it.
ready
Did
to
you
go.
know you
You just taking a moment here.
fruits and vegetables of their wholesome and essential nutrients? In fact, all fruits and vegetables have lost significant levels
Now
of their
that
antioxidant nutrients.
video.
Did you know?
There we go.
The age of electronics.
This is because our webmaster is preparing for our launch tomorrow. So I am stuck being the tech guy, and I am the product science guy, not the tech guy. So
Steve, I didn't call you a techno idiot. I just appreciate you. That's all I can say. I know you can figure it out.
Did you know? Out of vitamin.
all right.
Did you know you now?
Well, we are not going to get this video to work, Sam. So I am going to jump on to the next presentation, which is me going through why we like having a single product focus.
Perfect.
All right. Is my screen not sharing?
No. You've been zoomed.
I've been zoomed. I don't know what's going on with that. All right.
Did you know you now have?
We're going to watch the video.
Can we just listen?
I only get that little sound. I don't know why.
50 years ago? New commercial farming techniques, green harvesting, and depleted soils have robbed our most popular fruits and vegetables of their wholesome and essential nutrients.
I'm not even seeing the video, the window that you're seeing on the screen there.
Wow.
So I'm going to go on to the next presentation.
On our cells due to poor diets, mounting
course,
stress,
I get
toxins, and the
so I-
ever-growing threat of bacteria and viruses. That's why poor health and disease is growing at epidemic rates worldwide. It's time to take control and do health different.
Have you ever had just an incredibly embarrassing moment? That's what's happening right now. I'm not used to this kind of these kinds of issues. I'm usually much better prepared than this. So I apologize, everyone, for that.
To the organic. Did you know
And I've done
that was
some,
once available in a single orange and 100 apples to get the same?
Well, Steve, you've done very well on a technology that a lot of us have been forced to try and understand. So we're all helping the curve.
Vegetables of their wholesome and essential nutrients.
I don't know why it keeps playing the video. That's the other thing that doesn't make sense to me. So I'm going to try the old-fashioned. I see what's going on. Okay, so I think I might have it fixed. And I thought wrong. Okay. So, Chris, if you want to come in and talk a little bit about what the strategy is going forward here.
I couldn't do it any better than you could. I'd make much more of a mess of it.
I apologize. So
Quick comment. I have had a chance to see that video and I'm just really impressed. And
Thanks.
I know technology, creates some of the hiccup in how we are doing this, but we're in high gear. I just appreciate you, Steve and Sam. I know what you've been through the last 3 or 4 days. So, I've just already seen it. So I know what you're trying to show and I know what people are going to think. So I just need to put that in there. Great job.
well, and you will get to see, those of you that watch the rebroadcast of tomorrow morning's broadcast, you will see exactly what we're doing here. So, Chris, as far as the strategy for the rollout goes, we heard Sam talk about you buy your 3, you get 1 free, you find somebody else to do that. If you do the family size, you qualify as a team builder. Why is that important? Well, once you reach team builder status in Alovea, you're team builder for life. So whenever you reach the ranks of 2K, 5K, 10K, you're going to get that team builder bonus. And it's only available to people that reach team builder status in the first 28 days. So Chris, talk about your strategy for the team here.
Well, our strategy is that we want everybody who have already pre-registered to get that team builder status, because that's going to help them to help others. And it's all about helping other people. Sure, we want to make it ourselves, but the whole goal of this business is to help people, to help people, to help people. So if the people in our teams below us, we can encourage them and help them to reach the team builder status, they're going to help the next ones. And it's, each one help one. As Zig Ziglar said, you'll get anything in life you want if you help enough other people get what they want. And we've just got an incredible opportunity here with this. And we don't know all the stuff yet, but we've taken you guys at your word. We've looked what you've got online. We like what we see. We understand you guys, and we understand your faith and your belief in the products and the belief in people. And we just love that this company has got a purpose. And many of us believe that other organizations we've been in before have lost their purpose. And this is very important to us. So, yeah, we're out to take the world, to make a change. As Sam has said, we want to change the world, and that we'll do it one by one as we help other people.
Great. Lydia, you want to jump in here?
Yes, I just want to find out, all right, when you say that the 700, okay, QV that we have, now it consists of what? 3 big family bottle and the 3 small bottle. What's the kit? The 700 kit, what's inside?
So what you're going to do is you're going to buy the 3 big bottles, and even though it only is $300, it's US dollars, it's going to end up being 350 points toward team builder status. So if you buy one for yourself, and then you find another person, another team person that you've personally sponsored, it could be a customer, it could be another social business partner, within that 28 days, you've got your 700 points to be a team builder.
Okay. And what's the price and the PV for the smaller bottles?
Sam, you want to take that one?
It's $59.99 times 3 is like $179.
Okay.
The QV will be $179 on that.
179 PV. Okay, thank you.
So
Yeah, we're elevating the TV on the big bottles, Lydia, so that people can use this pre-launch to qualify for team builder.
Okay, thank you.
And then once, Lydia, we get all the product and inventory, we'll come out with a team builder kit that actually has $700 QV in it. We don't want to do that during the pre-launch because we don't have the product and we don't have to back order. So
when will this product be available for us?
we're thinking a week to 10 days.
Okay. And it will come from New Zealand, right? It will come in from New Zealand to us in Singapore.
Yes, it will.
And okay, can I ask a little bit more about, you know, the freight and the GST and all that? Can I talk about that?
Sure. And by the way, if anybody has questions, feel free to put them in the chat room, and we'll take them on. But go ahead and Lydia, ask your GST question.
Yeah, because that's important, you see. Okay, the freight from New Zealand to Singapore, are you able to advise us? What's the rate like?
I could if I had the table in front of me. I don't remember, Lydia, what it was. I've seen it, but we're opening up all of Europe also next week. And so I've seen so many tables. It will be in your back office when you look at it tomorrow afternoon.
Okay. And then GST. Okay, what about GST? Do we, you know, is it going to be built in the product or do we pay separately?
No, it'll be built into the product if we're required to pay it. If it's below a certain level, there is no GST on it. If it's above that level, then we have to collect it.
Okay, and then this GST is built in the invoice, right? In the invoice? If let's say someone order, okay,
yes.
somebody order, let's say, you know, 500, which is more than what you have to require to pay the GST. Will it be shown when they place the order? Will it be shown on the screen? Let's say it's like your order summary, right? Will it be shown the amount with the GST and the freight together, so that, you know, whoever is online, they can decide whether they want to break the order, split the order, or whether they want to reduce the order? Will that be available?
My inclination would be that it would be, but I haven't actually seen their invoice yet because we're just starting to work with this company. But Lydia, if it's not in a way that you think is most appropriate, we'll get them to change it.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Couple questions here, Lydia, if I may jump in. So will there be an office in each country? When we get to the point where we're looking at 250,000 in sales per month, that's when we will look at establishing an office in each country. Right, Sam?
Yeah, it's some threshold like that. We haven't gotten exact threshold, but yeah, if the business looks like it's really exploding, we'll move quickly to put an office in.
Okay, and Cole, you asked, can you start immediately in Europe? And the answer is tomorrow, right? Same, 12 hours.
Yes, and in Israel.
Yeah, and so the program we're going to have is a not for resale program, much like we do in Australia, New Zealand, and Singapore, where people can purchase the products, they're just not supposed to resell them. So you can sign people up, they can purchase the product directly from the company, you still get sales commission from that. So, it's still going to work in that particular manner. It's pretty good. And so the answer is yes on that. Is the QV tabulated based on US dollars one for one? Typically, the answer is yes. Now, some people have said to myself and Sam, what about the pricing? It's in US dollars, but so is the commission. So it all comes out in the wash. It all works out when you break it all down. So a $100 bottle is roughly 140 Australian dollars. And it's I think a little more for New Zealand and Singapore, but you're also paid in US dollars. So it equates out and it works out in the long run for anybody doing the business.
Yeah, with one exception, and that is the new Celebrate. A large bottle of Celebrate is $119 in the US. It will be $99 in New Zealand, Australia, and Singapore. Same exact product, and that's 99 in US dollars.
And that is to help offset some of those currency differences.
Exactly.
Oh,
Okay, let me see what else we got. Can someone from Malaysia or Indonesia buy in Singapore and bring back into their own countries? Lydia, you're better at this than we are.
I guess, for personal consumption, they can buy from Singapore and they bring it back,
Yes.
right? Just for personal consumption. But if the company can arrange, NFR, okay, maybe that will help.
Yeah. We can do that. As soon as you tell us that there's business there, we'll do it.
Okay. All right, and if we have, let's say, instead of shipping from Singapore, if we do have people, a group of people who are active in Malaysia, who are interested in Malaysia or in Vietnam or anywhere, you will, if we can get a group of people, you will be there, right? You will be able to help us to, let's say, pioneer that country.
You mean come to that country?
Yeah.
Fly there?
I mean, well.
Ship there.
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
yeah.
ship there? Yeah. Are you just saying ship there or me come there?
Maybe to help us to start up the pioneer there and then ship there too.
Listen, I don't mind coming anywhere, Lydia, to help launch our company. There's a lot of restrictions in your part of the world right now for us coming out of the US. So as soon as those are lifted, we can do an official launch. All
right. Yeah. One more question. What about customer service? Because, when you do a business like that, I'm sure, right? There will be people that need some kind of assistance or some kind of help. So who can we turn to? Because is there going to be a customer service officer or somebody in Australia or in New Zealand or in US that we can talk to?
We're going to hire somebody in Australia for that. Right now, you would send an email to our customer service in the US and they would respond back. So it's in the cloud right now, but our goal is to hire someone who can take all the customer service issues from Australia, New Zealand, and Singapore and deal with them.
So again, can I transfer a position from Australia to the UK? Is there a position transfer form? Well, we would just have you email info@alovea.com and let them know that you want to change the address on your account if that is what you're looking to do.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say what a pleasure it is to see everybody on the call tonight. I'm leaving at 6 in the morning to go to Minnesota. So I'm going to get off right now and let you guys close up this call. Blessings to everybody. This is going to be an incredible journey, an incredible program that we're going to do together. We will do whatever it takes to support you in the way that you want to be supported. Blessings, guys. Thanks.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sam. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Sam. Thank
Appreciate
you, Steve. And also thank
Yeah,
you,
thanks,
Chris.
guys.
So
Bye.
I'm
Really appreciate your time.
on for a couple minutes because I want to go over a couple key things. So we're doing the official US launch tomorrow morning. Like Sam said, he's flying to Minneapolis to do it live there. I'll be doing it from right here. And when we go through those presentations tomorrow, I promise there won't be the technical difficulties because the people we pay to do that are much better than me at it. But we'll get those done, and then we'll make that recording available so that you can watch the replay of it when you all wake up, because it's going to be anywhere from 11 p.m. you're in Singapore to 1 a.m. start time in Australia and New Zealand. And then it's just going to get later from there. So, I mean, you're free to be on the same exact place you are now, alovea.live, or again, we'll make sure that the rebroadcast is available and you can see all of the good action that comes there. A lot more information on the product. And we're going to have the CEO of Operation Underground Railroad giving an update about the child sex trafficking and the progress that we've made working with them. So what are the benefits of Team Builder? Pang, thank you for that question. There are bonuses paid when you're a team builder. You have the chance to earn $1,750 in bonuses, US, that are not available any other time. So by becoming a team builder in that first 28 days, whenever you reach these pinnacles, and you might reach them the first week. Some of you that are on this right now will hit 10K and team builder in the first week and make an extra $1,750 US in the first week out of the gate. And then there's other bonuses and things that are paid up along the way as far as selling these kits go. So there are a lot of things, and we're still tweaking a couple of those prices by tomorrow morning, and we're going to have that all released. But there are some serious benefits to being a team builder. It's very important that you do your best to achieve that status in that first 28 days. Chris, anything else?
Yeah, a question. Can you hear me all right? Because our internet's playing up. Yeah. People have asked about the registration, the once-off $39.95 registration. And I've told them that with that, they get the welcome kit. They get the 2 packs of Hope Pops, which that's worth $40 on its own. And it's a great marketing tool. But also, they've got to realize that they get a fully functioning active website forever, basically. You know, it's some of these companies, they charge you a monthly fee. We get this interactive website where we can access all the tools, videos, brochures, we can enroll people, we can follow our activities all the way down. It's incredible what you guys are offering. And thank you very much for that. I hope everybody realizes it.
And so some of you will see this elite program, which is something that is added features. You don't need that when you're getting started. It's not necessary for you to pay that monthly fee. I'm just being honest with you here. You won't need that until later on in your business. And if you need it after the first month, I'll be delighted, because that means by that time you must be an ambassador and you're rocking and rolling with the business. But at the beginning, you don't have to absolutely have that. So that's very important. And Chris, any other questions? I'd like to hear from Jeff again in a moment, but anything else that you could think of?
Yeah, there was a question regarding the price for an SBP if they order on a flexi ship compared by not having flexi ship. Now, there is actually a discount, isn't there, on flexi ship orders?
Yes, FlexShip it discounts all of your orders, and it's something you should be on, even if it's something that you've put off 4 weeks. You can always move it further if you have to. I don't want anybody gaming the system here, but you can move it forward if, let's say, financially or budget-wise, you're not where you want to be. you can still kick that can down the road, but you always want to have something in your flagship or on your flagship order. So next question. Can children take Celebrate? Yes. We don't recommend kids under 4 because of a choking hazard. It is a chewable tablet, and we want adult supervision even at that age, but it's perfectly safe for children. And then commission, straight to Singapore bank account, check or e-wallet. Right now, we are doing it through an e-wallet, and you can convert it. But again, it's paid in US dollars, so you're going to get a like for like in what you're spending versus what you're. So Jeff, you had something you wanted to add.
Well, sir, all I can say is I know that tomorrow will be a big day. And a lot of you all listening tonight are prepared for really taking care of the rest of the world. I know as we lean forward on international, and you, Chris, and Lydia, and what we're trying to do here, I know that tomorrow will be that big day. And I'll just say that for the most part, you will have the largest businesses in the world. I just believe in what we have. I also believe in where people are at today. People are stunned. Traditional business ways of being and all has been so impacted that, and I know that's worldwide, not just here in the U.S. And people are just stunned on what's going on and what do they do next. And the world is starting to shift. And I heard this little statement today, and that is, arise and shine, the light is upon you. And that's, I believe, where we're at. We offer something unique, something different, a path people can come down to that I think for the most part, people go, really? Is this real? Do they have what they have? Can I do what I'm hearing? Can I create the lifestyle that I hear about? I mean, and I know this, for Judy and I, we sit here and yes, I've enjoyed a lot of material things, but to be in the position we're in today, and everybody's looking for what we have. And tomorrow is really going to be the day. Actually, you all that are here tonight get an advance notice because of, well, the time change. But you've heard it first. And I've been hearing bits and pieces. I've heard more tonight than I've heard in the last few weeks. And I've never been in 22 years more excited than I am today. For me, it didn't mean about the money. It meant about what we meant for people. And I can promise you, what Celebrate will offer to people will provide more for us than we could imagine. That gives us a chance to give back and do more. There's nothing out there that's going to change the world like we can. And I just personally ask everybody to take this seriously. It means a lot, probably more to those that are about to hear about it than those that have already heard. So bless you. Thank you, Steve. I mean, of course, you're my best friend, but Chris, we've crossed paths a few times, but not enough. And you too, Lydia, our day is to come. So God bless you. Steve?
Thank you, Jeff. And of the top, Jeff is one of the top leaders in the country. Of course, you have access to Sam, Jeff, myself, Chris, and the RTM group, and the people that are all here to ensure your success. We are committed to helping you help as many children, help as many people as possible. And the mission of what we're doing here will provide monetary rewards. But the money is a byproduct of the mission. It's like Chris said, the Zig Ziglar quote, you help as many people get what they want, and as that happens, you will get what you want, and your needs will be taken care of. Take care of the needs of others, and your needs will be taken care of. It's a very simple law of reciprocity. And we need to keep that in mind as we're out sharing with people in all of your countries and all across the world. It's very, very important. So RTM Group, is this being recorded? Yes, I am recording this. Do you intend to add a loyalty purchase? Well, that's what the flex ship is. It is a loyalty purchase. We're not doing a loyalty program where you earn points toward free product or anything like that. It has been discussed at the corporate level, because I do wear a corporate hat. I'm not just one of the top distributors in the company. I am also Sam's right hand in many aspects. I work in operations and product development. Some of the products talked about today, I co-formulated, and I'm here to be the product expert if you need that. And Lydia has asked me to do a call on the science of the products. I'm great with doing that. And then we're also going to do a compensation plan call. But right now, the best way you can do best thing you can do is get people in. Cole, the money back guarantee, I need to find out where that is as far as international goes. You know, we do stand behind our products 100%, but as far as the specific guarantee, that's a question more for customer support than for me. Estimated delivery time from New Zealand to Singapore, that's going to depend on when we actually get the product shipped. So if we get it shipped 10 days from now, it might take 5 to 7 days. We've got a faster way to do it. We are not doing it the super slow snail mail thing. I'm told that we've got a faster way to get it in there, and it should only take a few days. We will have, I'm told, multiple shipping options. So it should give you time frames with each of those. Great questions, everyone. Thank you.
Okay, there's one more question. What about selling it on the website? They say if we have a website.
Sure, you have a replicated
own personal website. Can we sell the products on the website?
Sure. So the products are on your replicated site. So you would send somebody to your site to order. They order directly from the company and you get the commission.
No, not from the Alovea site. If let's say someone has another site, independent site, their own site, can they sell the products on that site?
Not legally. We are right now. We are not for sale in Singapore, Australia, and New Zealand.
What about bulk orders? Are you know, if you can retail the products in shop, they buy in bulk and then, you know, you retail them either in a shop or are we allowed to buy in bulk?
You can buy in bulk, but again, you're taking a chance at that point because, you know, we're open for personal consumption in these countries, and what you do once you get those products, that's your business. It's not for us to talk about, but we highly recommend being careful with that until we actually get registered in your country.
Okay. Okay, one last question. This is about your flagship order. This will be our last questions, right? I believe we can amend or edit our flagship order, right? We can do
Sure.
that.
You can always
And
change
then,
back off.
yeah. And then if we miss a month or two on the flagship order, okay, we can go back on to be on flagship. So on the month that we missed, we will not get our commission, right?
Not only that, but you're always building volume. You're always banking volume, because we do have one aspect, and it's only one aspect of our comp plan, is a binary payout. So you're paid an extra 10% on your weaker team. So if you have a strong leg going, you're banking volume every single month, every 4 weeks. So you want to make sure you keep something. You want to have an order, or whether it's flex ship or you place the order, you want to make sure you have an order every 4 weeks in order to bank that volume. Now, if you don't have a lot of volume, you say, I don't mind, you can stop your flex ship and you can always start later on. Whether it's 3 months from now or 8 months from now, whatever you want to do, you can take a break from that flex ship. There's no rule against that. I'm just saying the reason I always recommend a flex ship order in is so people don't lose that banked volume.
Okay.
And also, I think, isn't it right that you've got to have 100 points to qualify basically for anything?
Right. You want to have 100 points every 4 weeks, whether that's your personal order or whether that's a customer order under you. Now, I did have a great question here from Grace. She asked about signing up as a member, a customer, or an affiliate. So members can earn commissions on multiple tiers of people. Affiliates can earn commission, and to be an affiliate, it's free to sign up. You don't get any Hope Pops, but you can sign up for free. You're an affiliate. Anybody that you bring in as a customer, you can't sign up other affiliates or social business partners, but you can bring in customers and get paid on one level. Customers cannot earn income. So preferred customer is just somebody that purchases product. So that's the difference between those three categories. The social business partner benefit is the best for everyone, because you do get the $40 worth of Hope Pops. You do have a position in the matrix. You do get your replicated site. Affiliates get replicated sites too. But you get all of these things, and you get to participate in multi-tier growth. If you're an affiliate and then you've got a customer, and your customer's name is Joe, and Joe decides that he wants to become an affiliate or an SBP, then when he signs up to be an SBP or affiliate, he's no longer connected to you. He's now connected to the person who brought you in, the social business partner above you, because affiliates can't sign people up into the business. So to me, it's always best to buy the $40 kit, become a social business partner, and that is the only way to earn team builder status as well. Affiliates don't earn team builder status.
Okay.
Good. Good.
Buy one, sell two. Buy three, get one.
Maybe, I'm sure there are others who have many questions. Is it okay if we just write down a question, we compile it, consolidate it, and we give it to maybe Chris, and then Chris will, would that be okay? Would that be all right? I'm sure there are many,
Listen,
there are others who have questions. Could
Chris
we,
mails me questions every day.
okay.
I was going to say,
right.
thanks, Lydia. I was going to say, Steve, that as you mentioned before, that we are going to have a call more on the products and science. We're also arranging a call on the comp plan, so that then Steve will be able to share with us, as he's done so well so far today, but to go through it and see how the structure is and see which is the best way to do things for everybody's benefit, for themselves and for everybody else. So that's
And by the way, I've done pretty good sharing with you, and with the exception of video. But guess what? I figured it out. It's a Mac video. It's not a Windows Media video. So I'm on a PC, and our tech guy sent it to me from his Mac. So I can't play it. If I had to, I'd send it to Jeff and have him share the screen. But we'll get that. You're going to want to watch the rebroadcast tomorrow anyway. It's going to be better. We're bringing our A game, and we'll see how that goes.
There you go, Steve. Blaming me for something else.
Well, you have a Mac, so it's
Mac, you don't need to go back.
all right. Well, if I haven't seen any new questions, so we're going to let everybody go. And I appreciate. Oh, wait! Before we do that, let me see. I've got a tech savvy guy that is telling me how to do this.
Oh, let's see it.
So let me see if I can actually do that.
Steve, would I be correct in saying you'll put that up on the library anyway sometime?
Sure, it will be, but let me see if this did it. That would be exciting to me if we can actually get this done for all of you.
Did you know you now have to eat 21 oranges to get the same vitamin A content that was once available in a single orange, and 100 apples to get the same amount of vitamin C that just one apple contained 50 years ago? New commercial farming techniques, green harvesting, and depleted soils have robbed our most popular fruits and vegetables of their wholesome and essential nutrients. In fact, all fruits and vegetables have lost significant levels of their antioxidant nutrients. Why is this important? Because in today's world, our immune systems have become almost defenseless against the constant assault on our cells due to poor diets, mounting stress, toxins, and the ever-growing threat of bacteria and viruses. That's why poor health and disease is growing at epidemic rates worldwide. It's time to take control and do health different. It's time to celebrate your health and vitality. How? By nourishing your immune health at the cellular level. Our journey began traveling across the world to find the best-in-class nutritional ingredients. From the volcanic aloe fields of Mexico, to the pristine pine forest of New Zealand, to the organic beet farms in the United States, we combined 3 of nature's most powerful health-building ingredients into a delicious base of nature's most therapeutic whole food source, Manuka honey, to support cellular health with a new, powerful, tasty chewable called Celebrate, exclusive to Alovea. Good for the whole family, and the whole family will absolutely love it. What makes Celebrate so unique? This proprietary blend contains nature's most powerful immune-optimizing ingredient, the strongest antimicrobial to help defend against today's novel new viruses and bacteria, the most proven anti-inflammatory support, and the most effective antioxidant that's 20 times more potent than vitamin C and 50 times more potent than vitamin E. Eating several pounds of fruits and vegetables every day would not come close to the advanced immune-supporting potential that just 2 Celebrate chewables can provide. The result? Maximum health, vitality, and protection for the whole family. Here's the best part. By taking a proactive approach to supporting your own health and those close to you, you can provide the same advanced nutritional support to a child in need through Alovea's Buy One, Nourish Two social business program. We've already distributed tens of millions of servings around the world. There's never been a better time to take action and celebrate wellness. Celebrate, exclusive to Alovea. Choose to change your life and help us change the world.
Awesome.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Pretty simple.
Got the video, but we've lost Steve.
Well, Chris, I got to tell you, I just a lot of the thought process went into how we can better formulate something that would be simple to go to the world with.
Yep.
You know, we know about Acemannan and we know about the sugars, if you will. But today it's probably been refined in a point where we have, you know, several things coming together. Seems like every day I hear of new technology, a new discovery, and I feel like we got lost in the maze with this cellular communication, Acemannan, Alovea. You know, but truly, when you really look at human physiology and what's been proven fact, it is the basis of everything. And so I just love that we've been able to put this in a position where people will really like it. One thing I know is I got tired of mixing powders. I got tired of swollen pills. But, you know, I used to, all joking aside, I used to love these little kid-friendly products that were produced by a previous company. And theirs, I won't go there, but I just love the taste of them, and they were fun to eat.
Yeah.
This will be something that is off the charts, and so I'm just real encouraged. And
So,
what I can do to help you, I'm really not sure, but I'm here.
hey, Jeff, I got another question from Pang, and it said, is the source of the aloe vera the same as Manatech? It is not. The gentleman that used to run the processing facility for Carrington Labs is the one who makes our aloe. He left Carrington years ago, became a consultant for Carrington. He was the one that discovered the way to process and stabilize the Acemannan molecule. And so he has his own company. So we are growing our aloe in the lava-rich soil in Mexico. They grow theirs in lava-rich soil in Costa Rica. But ours isn't processed with any chemicals or solvents. It's a multi-stage filtration process that gets out the anthraquinones and the impurities from the aloe. And then our aloe is standardized. It is tested for purity, potency, and identity. And it's tested multiple times. It's not only tested by our manufacturer, but it's tested by the people that actually do the encapsulation for us. And it's interesting because many of you heard a story, A Company of Destiny, that Sam told a story about how there was this gentleman who showed up at Carrington Labs and he had a degree in carbohydrate mapping and he got hired by the company to do that. Well, that gentleman ended up working for the guys that make our capsules, that take the aloe. So he is an expert in this. He's been around it the whole time, his whole career. So we are confident that we are getting the very best aloe that science has to offer. I'm very, very proud of what we have. And if we weren't, we'd go get something better. You know, we have an exclusivity on this particular aloe. And not only that, but Dr. Rodriguez also put in a contract with us that we have the rights to anything better that he comes up with. So I'm very excited about what we have to offer and what that Acemannan does in the body. It is an amazing molecule. Many of you are familiar with it and understand it, but now we're able to get it at a lower cost because he doesn't use any chemicals or solvents. Those chemicals and solvents are very expensive and you have to do your best to reclaim them. There are a lot of issues with that. By using only purified water to drive everything through a filtration system, we are ending up with the best of the aloe.
That's good, Steve, and it's great that you know, we don't need to think of the past. We don't need to criticize anybody else. We just keep moving forward with the positives of what we have got. And hey, this is a phase 2 discovery, you might say, isn't it? It's not 30 years old discovery. It's very recent. So we're thrilled with what you've been able to do, what Dr. Rodriguez has been able to do, and yeah, there's nothing more to say. Let's move forward with it and share it with everybody.
Okay, well, I want to be respectful of everybody's time. Any other questions? Send them on to Lydia, send them on to Chris. I appreciate your leadership. You, Dean, Ian, Lydia, all such a wonderful team. We are here again to support you, and we have a vested interest in your success. So God bless you all. Thank you for being on, and we look forward to seeing you all again real soon.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Steve. Thank you for organizing this call. We appreciate your time. I think we've learned a lot, and we just look forward to be part of this movement to bless many with physical and financial health. Thank you so much.
Thank you.